Today, we're diving into something really profound, a single metaphor that might just change how you think about your inner world, about clarity, and, well, about everything.
It all starts with this one question from the classic text, Al-Hikam. And you really gotta let this sink in because it sets the stage for our entire conversation. This isn't just poetry, it's more like a diagnostic tool for the soul. So what exactly is this mirror he's talking about? He's asking us to picture our heart as a literal mirror. Think about it. A mirror's job is simple, reflect light. But its ability to do that depends entirely on its condition. If it's clean, the reflection is crystal clear. But if it's smudged and dirty, well, that's where our problem begins.
And here's the absolute game changer. Most of us think the problem is out there, right? We think, I need to find the light. I need to get more clarity. But this idea, it flips that completely on its head. The light isn't missing. It's always been there. The real problem is that our inner mirror is just too crowded, too smudged up to even see it.
Okay, so that's the big question, isn't it? What is all this stuff that's crowding up the mirror? Let's get into what's actually leaving these smudges and imprints on our hearts. All right, so the book points to three big culprits. First up, this constant mental math we do about benefit and harm. What's in it for me? This makes us super dependent on outside stuff for our sense of security. Then there's beauty. Nothing wrong with beauty, but when we cling to it, that creates attachment. And finally, desire. When our desires run wild, we can get totally lost, completely forgetting what we're even here for.
Now, this is a really subtle but incredibly important point. This wisdom isn't telling you to go live in a cave and abandon the world, not at all. It's all about the difference between using the world and letting the world use you. Are you just passing through life's experiences, or are you letting every single one of them settle in and become a permanent stain on that mirror?
And wow, this quote just hits you right in the chest, doesn't it? It perfectly describes what it feels like when your heart becomes a hostage. Your whole sense of well-being is tied to things outside of you. When you have the job, the money, the approval from others, you feel secure. But the second those things are gone, or even just threatened, you just collapse. That's a huge sign that your mirror is way too crowded. And this brings us to the journey itself, because it turns out the biggest obstacles on the path, well, they're not what you'd expect. So picture this. You can be doing all the right things on the outside. You look the part, you're saying the right stuff, going through all the motions. Your body might seem like it's walking straight down the path. But, and this is the big but, your heart is still somewhere else. It's still chained back there to some image, some desire, some need for approval. And that disconnect, that's the real obstacle. It's not out there, it's right inside the heart we're supposed to be cleaning.
So, if it's all so tricky and internal, how does real change even happen? How does that light finally break through? Well, the answer is probably not what you're thinking. It kind of goes against our whole modern idea of you get what you work for. The book puts it so simply. These divine arrivals, these moments of aha, they almost always come suddenly. Bam! Out of nowhere. It's not this neat, tidy, step-by-step process we imagine. It's not a result of our perfect 5-year plan. It just happens.
And let's be honest, a lot of us get stuck in this mentality of control. It's like a transaction, right? Okay, I did A, B, and C, so now I should get X result. I've earned it. We try to own the whole process, to manage it like a project. But that's just not how it works. In reality, the light doesn't show up when we're feeling powerful and in control. It shows up in a moment of total brokenness, or in a quiet, sincere prayer. It comes as an awakening you can't even put into words. It's a pure gift. It's grace, not a paycheck you earned for good behavior. So here's the bottom line. Our job is to prepare the mirror. That's it. We have to do the work of cleaning it, polishing it, getting all the gunk off. But we can't force the light to show up. We can't command it to shine. The light itself, that's always a gift. Okay, so that brings us to the most important part. If our job is to clean the mirror, how in the world do we actually do it? Let's get practical. Here's the strategy, and it's pretty straightforward. It's a two-step deal. Yeah, you absolutely have to ask for the light, for clarity, but that's only half the equation. You also have to actively reduce the crowding. You've got to do the wiping yourself. So what does that look like day to day? It's really about letting go. Seriously, less attachment to how things turn out. Less inward dependence on what people think of you. It's about breaking free from being a slave to every little desire and just being less fascinated with all the shiny, fleeting images the world throws at you, so you can finally see what's real.
And this really brings it all back home, doesn't it? As we're doing our part, cleaning away, we have to stay humble. We have to remember this incredible truth, that when the clarity finally does come, it's not something we built with our own two hands. It's a gift that was just looking for a clean place to land.
So let's end by turning this whole thing inward. Because this isn't just some nice theory, right? It's a personal invitation. It's for you. So when you look at your own life, your own attachments, your own inner world, the real question is, what's imprinted on your mirror? And how can you, right now, begin the gentle work of wiping it clean?